you just want to look out a window or a front door, be inside, don't be in your car, don't be outside, shut off all the lights above and behind you, snap a selfie, send it to me, and I can help get you matched. We do have another way for you to get this. You go to collections, select the size of collection you'd like, and then there's a little tab that says select your shade, and you can scroll through the tones, the skin tones, and pick which one works for you. Add to bag, you can get it that way too. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the ease of this. So when you get matched, you get matched to 3 colors. Why are we painting our face one color like we would a wall in our house when there is so much dimension? And actually, dimension adds like structure, and that's pretty to look at. So we're gonna accentuate your own natural structure. And you see here, I have fine lines and wrinkles, lots of discoloration, and this is gonna take care of it. Every part of our 3D foundation has coverage. So what you get set up with is a contour color, and we tell you exactly where to put it so you don't have to worry about that. A brightening highlight, that kind of takes place of a concealer if you wore concealer, which I did not, but it brings light to the center of your face. And then we have a main highlight that kind of is most like your skin tone, and we put that on the lower half of our face, and it just kind of blends the dark and the light together. Okay, so I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna tell you what a basic bundle includes. So a basic little bundle includes those 3 colors, your 3D foundation, which the main highlight and the brightening highlight, sometimes that is confusing looking on the website. The highlights are your foundation. These 3 colors make up your foundation: contour, brightening highlight, main highlight. And then you also pick a lip and cheek. They double as lip and cheeks. There's 2 right here. So you wear this as a cheek color and on your lips. And then the palette and the brush is 111. So it's a great place to start. I'm using the 3D foundation brush. If you're only gonna get one and starting with cream, this is the one I would get. Okay, I like this because it has a small coned end to get in the smaller areas of your face, and then a larger domed end for blending. So I'm gonna go in with the 3D foundation brush, and I'm gonna hit that contour first, okay? The really nice thing about SEINT is it's cream, which is kind of what scared me at first. But there's no water in our product, so it doesn't evaporate off your chin, causing like a desert crepiness, changing color because it oxidizes. It's what you see is what you get, and you need very little because it's all quality makeup. So I dipped into that contour first. That's what we're starting with, and I go right up and under that cheekbone. If you're like, I don't know where my cheekbone is, you can easily go off your landmarks. So top of ear to outer corner of eye is what I like to say. Top of ear, outer corner of eye, okay? And like I said, every part of this 3D foundation has coverage. So we're going top of ear, outer corner of eye. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. I am not a makeup artist. You'll see how I even hold the brush and blend. It doesn't look natural, but if I can do it, that's what I'm telling you, you can do it. So we're going top of ear to outer corner of eye on both sides of our cheeks. And then we're gonna go temple to temple right along the hairline. It's just giving the reality that our heads are round, not flat. And it actually increases that shadow, so your forehead may not look as long. Like I have a lot of forehead, so that kind of shadows it, which makes it look a little bit shorter than it is. So 2 parts of contour, up and under the cheek, temple to temple along the hairline, and then I'm bopping into the contour and squeezing the bristles together, and I'm following my eyebrow line down my nose. And this is gonna narrow my nose, and I'm blending in the end. So you'll see kind of my face take shape here. But just remember, I'm blending in the end. I am not a makeup artist. And if I can do it, you can do it. Those are important things to remember. Another thing is less is more with cream, because this is heavily pigmented product. So up and under the cheekbone, temple to temple, eyebrow line down the schnoz. I like to put a little bit under that lower lip for a little added pucker. You can skip any step you would like. And then the last part, don't skip this one. It's right under the jaw. It really chisels your jaw and snatches your jaw, really differentiating between your neck and your face. I really like this part, especially for pictures. So you're just accentuating that natural shadow. I like to brush this back right away. Otherwise, I forget about it. If I can't see it in the mirror, My mind won't remember. So I'm going to the brightening highlight, the lightest color of the 3D foundation, still using the 3D foundation brush, just dipping in to that brightening highlight. You saw how little I got. You don't need much. Remember, if you use too much, you're not going to like it. The point of this is using the least amount and getting coverage, the coverage that you want. See, and look, you can mess up with cream. I like that. So we're brightening with the brightening highlight in between the brows, down the nose. I do the tip of my nose, and then this is the Cupid's bow. I didn't know that till I started that, but we're kind of brightening the center of the face. This is the triangle of light. That's what you want to brighten. I also have been blowing my nose a lot. I don't know if it's allergies or a little cold, but I put that brightening highlight kind of all around my nose and it eliminates that redness. So last part of the brightening, no, it's not. We do a little on our chin, just a little dot there, part of the triangle of light. And then I put a little on the inner corner of my eye. You see where I'm really dark? It really cancels out that blue, purple, greenish tone on that inner eye, and already look, boom, just a tiny, tiny little dot. And then I like to brush a little bit on that outer corner of my eye, and I follow the lower lash line up for a little eye lift. Remember, I'm blending in the end, and a little goes a super duper long way. So look at how much lighter and brighter this is. And now we're gonna go over here, and we're gonna go on that inner corner of the eye. The littlest bit will do ya. And I love doing this in my car. Like oh, my dog could be eating something. But like if I'm sitting in the parking lot before an appointment, or before I'm going into work, I can put a little bit of this on right before I go in. It's great car makeup. It's great on the go makeup. So we're done with brightening highlight. In between the brows, down the nose, Cupid's bow, chin, inner corner of eye, outer corner, inner, outer. Ready for the main highlight. I'm switching to the larger domed end of the 3D foundation brush. Dabbing in. You don't need to scoop, swipe, nothing like that. A little goes a long way. So just dabbing into that main highlight color, the one that looks most like your skin tone. And yes, the highlights are your foundation. And I'm basically putting this on the lower half of my face where I don't have coverage or where I don't have product. So just kind of dabbing that on. You don't need much. Okay, you see what we're doing here. The structure is happening. Now we're going to blend light to dark. So I kind of like to do little circles. It's really whatever you're used to. They tell us to not swipe, because especially on the under eyes, because it pulls I guess that's the most delicate skin on your whole face, which makes sense. So stippling is best, kind of pressing in to your skin rather than wiping, because it kind of wipes it away, which it totally makes sense. So I'm blending light to dark. This is cream. It's made to be worn together. So you could blend any way you want and you're still going to get a fantastic outcome. You kind of do what you were shown, and that's where I'm at. So I blend light to dark, kind of going over that main highlight and that brightening highlight. And now I'm gonna see, look at those. Hello! My eyes are a lot more awake, even though they're not, but a little brightening highlight will do a lot for us. Okay, now I'm gonna push this contour back into my hairline, just so it's not such a bold difference between the light and the dark. Okay, and then I'm gonna buff out these nose lines by buffing. I think I just run my brush over it, so I don't know if that's the right word, but we're just buffing, running the brush over those nose lines so we still have them, but we don't see them when we turn our head to the side. Okay, now I'm gonna push up and back with the cheek contour. I love this part. You always want to push up and back because it's going to lift your face. We never want to drag our face down. So just lift up and back. And look at that. We don't even have blush on yet. This is our 3D foundation, and I'm just about finished blending. Easy on the go makeup. Okay, we're done with the basic 3D foundation. We have brightness, we have coverage, we have a lift, we have a little glow, and it feels like my own skin. Like I'm not a cake. So, okay, I think I'm going to do La Cienega. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's this color. I'll show you it on my arm here for my lip and cheek. I love that our lip and cheeks double as lip and cheeks. That was often a confusing part of makeup for me when I would go into the store. Well, what lip color goes with what cheek color? Well, this is the same for your lips and cheeks, so you know that they are cohesive. Sorry about that. Oh, and I dropped my palette. Just give me a second. Real life. Okay. Well, shoot. Okay, so I'm going to use that La Cienega, which I must have dropped. Sorry about my husband's messy office. Okay, I found it. La Cienega. I'm going to use this on my lips and cheeks. So I just use my finger. This is a nice subtle tone. We have many lip and cheeks to choose from. Super pretty. And then I drop my brush. So I'm going to grab my brush. Again, this is just the 3D foundation brush. If you're just getting one, this is the one to get. And I'm going to bounce into La Cienega with my 3D foundation brush, the domed end. And I'm going to kind of press it on the apple of my cheek and work it up. And I have this nice, natural blush. And if you want to continue to narrow your face, you just want to go on that outer corner of your eye and up, okay? Because that will continue to narrow. I feel like as I have aged, I've lost a lot of volume mid-face, so I like to put my cheek color right on the apple of my cheek and kind of work up. Totally your preference. But that's the basics. That's what I wanted to show you today. So what I just showed you is the 3D foundation, your lip and cheek, one brush, and your palette for $111. So it's a great place to start. Get excited. This is easy, clean makeup made for everyone. It literally feels like second skin. So